What are the president's emergency powers in a crisis? Imagine a situation where the nation faces an unexpected threat, such as a natural disaster, terrorist attack, or severe economic upheaval. During such times, the President of the United States may need to act swiftly to protect the country and its citizens. But what authority does the President have to take extraordinary actions beyond normal governmental procedures? This is where the concept of emergency powers comes into play. The President's emergency powers are a set of special authorities that can be invoked during times of crisis to address urgent needs that cannot wait for the usual legislative process. These powers are derived from constitutional provisions, statutes enacted by Congress, and historical practices. The key constitutional basis for emergency powers is found in the Constitution's grant of executive authority to the President, which includes the duty to ensure national security and enforce federal laws. In practice, the President can issue executive orders that direct government agencies to take specific actions. For example, during a national emergency, the President may mobilize the National Guard without prior approval from Congress or allocate federal resources to disaster zones. The President also has the authority to suspend certain regulations or laws temporarily if they hinder emergency response efforts. These actions are often supported by statutes such as the Stafford Disaster Relief and Emergency Assistance Act, which provides a legal framework for federal disaster response. However, the scope of emergency powers is not unlimited. Constitutional checks and balances remain in effect, and Congress can pass legislation to limit or revoke certain emergency authorities. The courts also play a role in reviewing whether the President's actions exceed constitutional or statutory boundaries. For instance, during the Civil Rights Movement, courts scrutinized the use of emergency powers to ensure they did not infringe upon individual rights unlawfully. In summary, the President's emergency powers are designed to enable swift and effective responses during crises. They include the authority to mobilize military and federal resources, issue directives to government agencies, and temporarily modify regulations. While these powers are vital for national security and public safety, they are balanced by legal and constitutional limits to prevent abuse of authority. Understanding these powers helps clarify how the executive branch can act decisively when the nation faces extraordinary challenges.